Hello and welcome to the video. Let's make a little video and show you how to not back into a dock. This is the dock over here where my truck is sitting at. That is where you want to be at. But when people are trying to get into this location, it's a little bit snug. It was designed for straight trucks. And you can see chunks missing out of this. Let's get over here. Chunks missing out of the corner of the building. So chunks missing here, up there. You can see that or not without being directly in the sun. Chunks missing out of the corner of the building up there. And then over here, people are getting their left steer tire. In some cases, like this guy got his drive tires off over here, all the way over the curb in the mud, and it's just sinking down. Now, if you look under your truck, you realize there's not a lot of clearance underneath the fuel tank before you get to this area. So these guys dragging their fuel tanks along the curb. And a few weeks ago, we had a guy came into this customer and he ruptured his fuel tank. And instead of stopping, he kept maneuvering up and down, wiggling up and down the alley, trying to get in that dock back there. And he dumped diesel fuel all over the ground. And then a remediation crew came out a few weeks after that and dug out all the diesel filled dirt that was here and backfilled it with fresh fill dirt, planted grass on top of it, and it looked very nice. Oh, almost dropped the phone there. It looked very nice and pretty there for just a very brief period of time until the next guy came along and decided to hop the curb and do that. So my advice to you is try your absolute best not to go over curbs like that. I've seen a lot of fuel tanks ruptured, a lot of damage to steer tires, a lot of damage to a truck. Not to mention that if a property owner wants to come after you for rutting their landscape up like that, that can cost a few $100s to have somebody come out and fill that again, plant grass in it. They can hold you liable for that. So you got damage to your tires, damage to your truck, possibly rupturing a fuel tank. You see this guy got stuck there and he went and dug out some junk, put it down to try to get his steer tire back on this side of the curb. But practice backing, and you're gonna go to some places like this. You don't have an awful lot of room, but you have enough. It's nothing to get upset about. There's plenty of room here. And I come here very frequently. Plenty of room here if you take your time. But you do have to back up, pull up, back up, wiggle a little bit. A lot of times there's cars over here. A lot of times there's a straight truck in that dock door. And there'll be another vehicle parked on this side of that van. So it's not a lot of excessive space, but it's more than enough if you take your time and if you know how to drive, and you get those backing and close maneuvering skills by practicing. But be very cognizant of curbs in general. I try to resist the urge of saying never, but in general, you want to do everything that you can not to run over curbs with your truck. Otherwise, you're going to be like that last guy. Had to call his company, they had to call the fire department, or staff or somebody here did call the fire department. They came out here and put in all kind of booms and stuff, and to try to soak up as much of the diesel as they could. That's another thing too. Walk places like this area back here routinely has screws and nails and all kinds of crap, because the place that's in this building right here is a remodeling company, and they do flooring. So there's a razor blade. There's always razor blades, and there's screws and nails and all kinds of stuff. And if you're not careful, you're gonna wind up getting that stuff in your tire. And if you're an owner operator and you're the one having to pay for it, you're gonna wind up costing yourself, in some cases, more for replacing a tire than the load paid. And you certainly don't want to be doing that regardless. And even for your company driver, you don't want to be sitting beside the road or waiting on roadside repair because of the debris and garbage that you got picked up in a place like this. So when there's stuff like this, walk along here, check, make sure that there's not stuff in the path that you're going to need to be traveling. So I walk this thing every day. Every time I come here anyway, I walk it and make sure that just best of my ability, I pick up all the screws and razor blades and bolts and other things that might cause a problem with the tires. If you're new to trucking, you're going to get to see some places like that. And if you've been around trucking for a while, you already know that's the case. Not every place is tight, but some are. Some places I've been are tighter than this. But you just have to, like I said, you got to know how to maneuver the truck by backing up, pulling up, backing up. What I call, is a highly technical term now, wiggle maneuver. Kind of a little bit silly, but you back up a few feet, maneuver the truck around. You can, if you had to, if you got a foot and a half maybe in the front, foot and a half in the back, if you have to, you can turn the truck around on its axis if you're patient. It might take a while, but you can wiggle it back and forth to get it into any place that the truck is physically capable of fitting. And this place is more than enough space for that if you're patient. If you're not patient, then you're gonna be like the other drivers. You're gonna tear your tires up, you're gonna get stuck, possibly rupture your fuel tank, and tear a building up. So just food for thought. Hopefully it helps you out. Have a great day. Be careful, be safe. Talk to you again soon in the next video.